Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now, if you suffer from mobility, let's say tight muscles, scars, headaches, maybe even tendinitis or bursitis, even fibromyalgia, you may have considered cupping therapy. Well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at health tech, fitness tech, that's specifically designed to help with these situations. Specifically, we're taking a look at Recoverfun cupping solution. This is something that we actually use in our home to recover from our workouts. And it's something that, for example, Nilda and my sons who have had either back injuries or problems or suffer from some type of muscle tightness, sciatica, for example, have used. And this is a portable solution that's available for you in your home. Let's get right to it. Now, before going through and taking a look at this product, one of the things I wanted to share with you are some of the features. Now, this is a cupping solution, but one of the things that sets this unique, because we've had various different type of cupping treatments, but what I like about it is all the tech, and that's why we brought it to the channel. First of all, this has red light therapy, and the red light, what you're going to see once we turn this on, actually creates kind of like a warm feeling as you're getting the pulsing, the sucking that takes place as part of this massage therapy that takes place. It also has 5 cupping modes. And the cool thing about these cupping modes is that you can either access them through the controls that you see here, or what you could do is access them through an app, more tech. It also has a timer that's going to allow you to get 1 to 12 minutes sessions. This is something that you can have a partner do this for you, or that you can do on your own. Literally, you can cup a shoulder, you can cup a knee, various parts of your body that need recovery because of the injuries that I had mentioned, or some of the pain or ailments that we've talked about. So what we're going to do is take a look at what's included in the box. We'll take a look at the app and why you may consider something like this as part of your personal, I would say, workout regimen. Something that is used very often by athletes, and also people like us that are just wanting to stay fit and you want to recover quickly, or you're suffering from those little things that come with age. So let's take a closer look at the product in its box and what you can expect. Now, this solution is going to include a couple cool things. First of all, it does have a nice travel bag, which allows you to stow this really easily, and then more importantly, if you want to take it with you, let's say to the gym, you can as well. So as we take a look at this, and I'll just pop this open here, you're going to notice that you have 2. This is a 2 system, right? And we'll put these over to the side. And then what you have is various cupping options, right? So these are going to allow you to really pinpoint the areas that you want to recover, and then they also have different shapes so that they can adhere much more easily to different parts of your body, right? Because as you take a look at a cup like this, you're probably like, wow, that's massive. What kind of area is that going to cover? And it could cover a large area, and if you're really looking to pinpoint, you could probably use something that is a little bit smaller. And you'll notice that it has these little informational pieces right here about this mini cup, but this is the area that goes into the cupping system, and then this is the area that goes against your skin, right? So you have a variety of options that are going to allow you to have a lot of flexibility when it comes to how you use this. And then you have in these little pouches here, and I'll go ahead and open this, you have these they're almost like gaskets, cotton, right? That really helps with the actual maintain the suction. So this goes, as you can see here, between the actual cup itself and the unit itself, right? So, and you have enough to last you a long time. These are not going to be single-use solutions, right? You'll be able to use them multiple times. Now you have some USB cables. You also have a lanyard because you have this little hook here. And pretty much that's all there is to the solution. So let's take a closer look at each one of the units. Now, these devices, or these cups, are very well constructed. First thing I'll say that they're made out of a plastic material. They have some weight to them, and what you'll notice here is that you have your USB connector, right? This is USB-C, and then you have all the controls here, and I'm going to turn it on in just a second. You have the ability to remove this cup if you'd like to switch to some of the other cups, and you can see how that little gasket is put in there. You'll notice in here is where you're going to see the suction is taking place, but then also that red light therapy also is going to kick in. You have this little hook that you have right here, especially if you want to just link this somewhere so that it doesn't fall off. I really don't know why I would use this, but hey, it's there, and you have the lanyard that goes with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to power this up for a second, and then we're going to be able to switch to the app. I just want to show you what happens here. So you'll notice there's kind of like a blue light that's there, and then once this connects and starts sucking, you notice how the red light kicks in. And it's gonna suck, and then depending on the mode that it's on, it could also pulse, right? It all depends on what you're doing. You'll notice here that you have like an intensity level, and then if I wanted it to stop, all I do is press the button, and then it comes off. Keep in mind that when you do cupping, it is very normal to have like blotches. It's almost like you hugged an octopus because it's like you get all these little blotches all over the place. So what I want to do is, I could go through all the modes here, but I really want to show you the app because the app is a lot more descriptive as to how this works. So let's check out the app. Now this is one of the most easiest to use apps that I've seen in a very long time, and we'll go ahead and check out some of the features here. So I have both of the units on, and they're both represented here in the bottom by name 1 and name 2. I didn't really get too creative as to what I would call them. You do then have your timer on the top, and you have the intensity of the suction, and then you basically have what is going to be the suction mode, right? So for example, if you just choose massage, right, you hear that there was a beep. If I choose massage 2, you heard that beep again, and then you hear relaxing, right? So you go from massage to progressive to relaxing to cupping to scraping, right? Now each one of these are going to have a different benefit when it comes to the actual treatment itself. And you'll notice here that you can adjust the actual suction itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one of these, and I'm going to just put it right here in my hand because it's the easiest way to show it. And what we'll do is we'll start it up, and you'll see what happens as I change each one. All right, so I went ahead and put this in scraping mode, and I just want to show you what's happening. So you notice that the red light is coming on. It is sucking my skin right here. And what I feel is it is almost like a massage. It's like a deep tissue massage. It's actually very relaxing. And I would say that in my experience, this mode right here with this suction is the one, at least in my skin type, because it's actually lifting that lower, the tissue that's right underneath my skin, doesn't mark me, right? But that's going to be different for many different people. What you can then do is change it to cupping, and you'll notice that the intensity now changed, right? And notice how it's sucking a little bit more. And I would say, depending on if you've ever had this done before, it may or may not feel a little bit uncomfortable, right? Because it is really, really sucking. Here, the scraping feels really, really good. I'm going to switch this to relaxing now. So I'm putting my hand here. And then here, basically, it's sucking, it's holding, and then what it's doing is it's intensifying. And you can see that red light therapy there. So that feels really good. And I can always, again, adjust the intensity of the suction itself to get that right comfort level. Then we have also, let's do progressive here and see how that works. And then you're going to see that on the progressive side, oops, it came off. It's almost like the other one, so you have kind of like that light suction. And then the last one we're going to do is the massage. Right, so we'll see how that works right there. So it's just pulsing. It's very relaxing, and it actually feels really, really good. So a lot of different modes here, and you notice right here that it's really easy to dynamically change the suction. And so as soon as I made that change, I can actually feel the change. And then what I could do is I can release that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it down a little bit, and we'll do switch mode to see if that helps, because it wasn't recognizing it. Okay, that's better now. So you can, again, you have a lot of flexibility when it comes to how you set this up, and then also your overall cupping experience. What we'll do is we'll stop the actual sucking there, and you'll notice that my hand, it did get a mark, but it really didn't get the blotchy mark. Again, it's going to vary based on your body type. I'm going to move this over to the side, and then let's look at some other things in the app. So the other thing that you have here is you do have the battery life on each one of the units. You have settings or timer, so that you can set what your timer is if you want to have a specific cupping session. And then you basically have the ability to look at contact information, like for example, if you want to contact the Recoverfun team for whatever reason. The one thing I didn't notice in the app that I'll just highlight is that I didn't notice that there's anywhere for firmware upgrades. Given that it's digital and that it has USB and it's also app connected, is that there may be some type of, I'll say, firmware update that could come in the future. But if you're going to pick something up like this, I'd recommend that you do use the app. I just think that, pushing the buttons and trying to think about which mode you're in, nah, I'm not really for that. I like the way that you can just push the button and then make it work. So highly recommend this type of technology. These cupping solutions just make such a big difference when you're recovering. Pro athlete, or just someone like me that just works out and sometimes you have the aches and pains and would like to get faster relief and faster recovery. Guys, see you in the next video.